Good morning, collective. I impart this message with much love and much thankfulness from my guides and my spirit team, which I've asked for guidance on this message today. This is a Mercury Retrograde reading, and it's going to be pretty specific for anyone that's in separation with their person and wondering why their person might be reaching back out during this Mercury retrograde. All right, so here we go. Let's get into it. All right, the first card that we have came up here was making plans. We have the Two of Wands here. You know, maybe for a time there, things were going really well with your person. You guys felt like you're in alignment. You're making plans for the future. Maybe there were promises of making things more formal and moving forward and becoming, a solid partnership. And maybe now you're not so sure. Maybe things have changed between you. But for a while there was quite an energy of celebration. Maybe you felt like things were really going well. Things were moving forward with your person. Maybe there were promises made. A future was going to be planned. But then you just didn't feel quite right with the hoarding card here. The Four of Wands indicates that maybe things felt really good, but maybe things also felt off and you couldn't quite put your finger on it. This is my breadcrumbing card. My Four of Pentacles here indicates maybe your person was breadcrumbing you. Maybe they were withholding their love, their time, their resources. Maybe they weren't treating you as good as you felt like you should be treated. Maybe they were treating you like an option. And you just felt like the celebration wasn't what it should be. Okay? Maybe they were clinging on to their possessions and they weren't really focusing on the relationship like you thought that they should be, which led to disagreements, which finally led to a break, a separation. The Five of Wands here indicates that there might have been a lot of arguments. Maybe you're calling this person out on their breadcrumbing behavior, hoarding their love from you, and which led to a separation during either before or during this Mercury retrograde. And now they're reaching out. Maybe they're reaching back out to you during this Mercury retrograde, and you don't really know why. Once it seemed like things were pretty over. You didn't think there were going to be any repair after this. And if you're wondering why they're reaching back out, the Page of Wands here indicates they're in a spirit of immaturity. They won't let you go because they're immature and they're insecure. With the Queen of Wands here, it's indicating the Queen of Wands in reverse is indicating they're insecure and they don't want to let you go. They're being very immature about handling the breakup. Maybe that's why they're reaching out to you during this Mercury retrograde. They don't really have a clear path for their life. They don't feel like they really have closure. And maybe they're bored or they're impatient with you not coming back. So they're just feeling insecure in themselves. So with the Queen of Wands here in reverse, they have a lack of confidence. And maybe they're comparing other people to you. And they're just not feeling like they can ever find anyone again who's going to be like you. So they're just reaching out because they just don't want to let go. They're immature and they don't know how to let you go. So that could be a reason why they're reaching back out. They might not want to give you closure. They might not want to give you the full love that you feel like you deserve. They might just still be in that hoarding energy. Just because they're reaching out doesn't necessarily mean that they want to mend the relationship. That's something to really keep in mind, that this person might be just too immature to be able to repair things properly with you. So the next card that came out here was the King of Pentacles. This is my stability card. I think right now you're in a time of just focusing on yourself, building up your foundation in yourself, and that should honestly be your focus right now. Maybe getting your bag, making sure you have all your finances in order, making sure you're stable, that you're not insecure, that you're loving yourself properly. That's really what this King of Pentacles energy is showing here. The King of Pentacles is really grounded and stable. And that's the energy I see that you're in right now. And that's a really good place to be. And you should definitely stay there, because that's going to bring you to a place of catharsis. Here we have the Nine of Swords in reverse, which is the opposite of anxiety. You know, finally cutting off this connection and really going no contact with this party has probably brought you to a place of peace and just focusing on yourself. And you should honestly stay in that area, in that energy, if they're reaching back out. I did pull a shadow work card, and I asked if you should reach back out to this person if they've contacted you. And I honestly, Spirit's saying don't reach back out to them. They're not in a spirit of change. They're in a spirit of immaturity and insecurity. That's not really a good spirit of change. But if you choose to reach back out to your person, speak what's true. Speak what's on your mind. Speak how they hurt you, how they betrayed you. And even if you need to tell them that you're not going back to them, you can tell them that too. Speak with your authentic voice, and that'll help also unblock any energy that you have. That'll help give you closure if you feel like you need it. But you also don't need to reach back out to them to get closure. But if you need it, it's possibly there for you. All right, collective, that's all I have for this reading. During this Mercury retrograde, I hope that you're finding peace during the time of separation with your person, and that you're focusing on your self-love. All right, I'm thanking my ancestors and guides for being here. Please like and subscribe if you like this type of content to Greenwood Wildwood Tarot. All right, I love you, collective, and you have a great day. Bye.